Hi, I'm the Moorlander and this is Moorlander EDC. Today we're making some content out in the wilds of the Kingdom in the Moorlands again, looking at the Winter Warden shirt from Helikon-Tex. Now they refer to this as a shirt. If I refer to this as a jacket, then you know, potato, if that is just a Freudian slip whilst filming. I guess they're calling it a shirt mainly because it's a plaid shirt, it's a flannel shirt that has some insulation and some quilting in here. Generally I wear it as an overshirt or a jacket, but you know, if I mention it as a jacket, they refer to it as a shirt. Size wise, just so you're aware, this is a European extra large. Generally I'll go for either a large or an extra large. With this one I decided to go for the extra large mainly because I'm going to be wearing this through the winter and through autumn, and I wanted to make sure that it was just an extra touch bigger so that if I wanted to put additional layers underneath here I'd be fine with those. So at the moment I have a shirt, I have a t-shirt on underneath here. I can do the buttons up, or at least I can do the press studs up, and there's still, you know, there's still plenty of room for me to be able to move around in this. I'm 5'10", I weigh about 100 kilos, which is about 220 pounds. I have a 48-inch chest, and this is the extra large, fits me just right. Even so, if I wanted to put a thicker underlayer or insulation layer underneath here, if I was very cold, I could probably do that as well. The length on the arms, again, is just about right, ever so slightly long. However, if I have a thicker layer underneath here, that will lift up the arms because it will push out that material a bit more, so I'm certainly very happy with that. As far as materials are concerned, the vast majority of this is made from polyester. The main outer material is a poly-elastin blend. It's 90-something% polyester. I'll leave the exact kind of mixtures here, with a little bit of elastin just to give it a little bit of give so that whilst you're walking, you know, you've got that kind of ease of movement. The lining on this is polyester, and then it has polyester insulation within here as well. It is fully quilted on the inside, so that polyester insulation won't move around. It'll make sure that there are no, after some time, you can sometimes get, when they're not quilted, you get those parts where the polyester fibers spread out and you get colder parts. Because this is quilted, you won't get that, and it is fully quilted all down the arms, all down the sleeves, on the inside and on the back as well. The last few parts, there is some mesh in here, which is their super tough polyester mesh, which again is really nice. There are several zips around here. They are YKK zips, and rather than using buttons on this, you have these press studs. Press studs are made by, I always forget how it's pronounced. I think it's Perm or Pirm. It's PYRM, which are, they're the YKK of press studs. So if you're concerned about the press studs, they are very good press studs. So that's your materials on here. This is part of their outdoor kind of range, so you do have a small Helikon-Tex logo on here, which I think is very subtle, but with this kind of leatherette feel to it, it really does suit the outdoor kind of rugged look and feel of the jacket itself. As far as colours are concerned, it comes in 3 colours. There is a light blue, which isn't this one. There is a red slate colour, which isn't this one, and then there's this one. I'm happy to announce that this is the first official collaboration between Moorlander EDC and Helikon-Tex. What is the colour? I know, I'm keep going on about what is the colour. It just happens to be Moorland Slate. Moorland, Kingdom of the Moorlands, I'm the Moorlander. Even the colours of the Kingdom of the Moorlands flag are green and gold. Green and gold. So not official. It's not an official collaboration. In fact, it's not even a collaboration. But the fact that after all these years of hard work here on YouTube, that they just by chance happened to call it Moorland, which is kind of a greeny kind of colour, I'm taking that as a win for Moorlander EDC. It's a huge honour, it's huge respect. I want to thank the people. Anyway, So yes, I had to pick up this colour. Now I will say though that the red version of it is incredibly nice, and I was going to pick that up until I noticed the name of this colour and had to go for this. But I think you'll probably find with the shrubbery in the background, this time of year when it's changing from green to gold. Yeah, anyway, I've over-gilded the lily on the colour. It's not official collaboration, but it really would have been cool, but hey. So yes, 3 colours. That's at the time of filming. There may be other colours in the future. Now, as far as the features are concerned, you know, it's a shirt. It does up like a shirt. Through the front here, you have these press studs that go all the way down to the bottom. Well, I say all the way, you know, there's probably about 3 inches here at the bottom, just so that, you know, you've got some wiggle room whilst walking around. You can do these all the way up. Now, when you get up to the collar here, they do have almost like a double grandad button. So you have this one there, and then you have the other one behind it. If you want to pull the collar up, you can do. The collar on this is really nice. The material on the outside is the same material, and it does keep your neck really quite warm. As I mentioned, well, I wore this to the rugby. No, I haven't mentioned this yet, but I did wear this to the rugby the other weekend. And it was lovely and warm. Being able to pull this up around your neck really does keep it close to your neck, keeps your neck warm around the bottom of my beard. I will say as well, so we did have a few small showers. Now, we were in Manchester, so as far as the Mancunians are concerned, these were tiny showers, but it was a light rain. And the water just beaded off. Now, I don't think there are any hydrostatic sort of qualities to this. I think it just so happened that with it being a light rain that it did, but I thought that was quite nice. Now, I'm not saying that this is waterproof. It definitely isn't waterproof. But with that super fine rain that we had, it kept me nice and dry, but it also kept me nice and warm as well. So yes, so they're the buttons along the front. Super easy to get into, and again, you can fold the collar up or down as well if you like. On the chest area here, you have 2 top-down buttons. These have the press studs on them as well. Very easy to be able to get into. Now, there aren't any lashing points. Oh no, there is. Sorry, there is. I thought there was. There is a small lashing point here on the outer side, and then on the opposite side as well. Let's just triple check. The lashing point, that's why, because I was trying to find it on this side. There is a lashing point. So on this one, it's on the outer side. On this one, it's on the inner side. So if you have any tools or anything that you want to keep taking in and out of these pockets, that you want to make sure that's lashed on so you don't lose them, then you certainly can do. Now, rather than on the right hand side here, on the left hand side, there is a secondary pocket behind this top down pocket that has a zip on here. So if you want to keep what's that called? It's called a hat, isn't it? Why am I struggling today? You want to put a woolly hat into here, you can do. This is also lined, and I will say, so it comes down to here. It comes up just to where this pocket is here, but it is rather large, so it goes all the way back through to this seam here. So if you want to put some gloves in here as well, then you can do, and you can keep them close to you to keep it warm and you warm as well. After that, the actual frontage, as far as it's concerned, is reasonably plain. There's no sort of special features or anything like that. It's just a nice quilted flannel shirt. But there are additional pockets though. So as you come down to here, rather than farmer pockets, you have 2 shooter pockets that come into here. These are nice and large. I will say that these are really large. You do have zips on both sides, and the zip pulls use the same accent colour that you get through the rest of the shirt. So I have, my span is exactly 9 inches from here to here. I can put my hand in here and have a couple of inches movement either way, so yeah, really big. In fact, this pocket goes all the way into this seam, all the way down to the bottom, and is roughly, well, that's a good point, it's roughly where this seam, it is exactly, so where this seam for this pocket stops, the seam for this pocket starts at the top. I didn't think of checking that before. Now the pockets don't end there, so these are all the external pockets. There are 7 pockets in total with this shirt. The other 2 pockets are here on the inside. So just to the left and the right, so whatever we have a look at here on the right hand side is exactly the same here on the left hand side. You have these internal mesh pockets, and these are poacher style pockets. Straight in through the top, zip it up, and then you're good to go. Now in here I have a glove on one side and I have a glove on the other side. So again, just keeping these close to you. Maybe you've got some gloves that have just got a little bit damp that you want to dry out. You can put them into these pockets to make sure that the warmth from your body will help to dry or help to warm them up. After that, sleeves. No bicep pockets. I don't feel that this needs bicep pockets. I think keeping that classic quilted shirt look, bicep pockets probably would have ruined this. So I'm glad that they kept the sleeves just nice and plain. You then get down to the cuffs themselves, and you can adjust the cuffs. So you have some hook and loop here, which if you want to pull them in nice and tight, you certainly can do, but if you don't want to pull them nice and tight, you've still got all of this plenty of room, so that if you are wearing some gloves, you can have your gloves on, pull them over your gloves there, and they fit just about right. Not too wide, not too close. Yeah, definitely just right. So being able to check the time, it's very easy to do, but also with good enough length that it's not always constantly going up and you've got wind going up your sleeves. Now the last little bit that I forgot to mention, which I just want to get back to, is moving up the sleeves. Hopefully you'll notice here that there are these additional panels, or I say additional panel, across the yoke and the shoulder here. This is their VersaStretch material, which I really do like. The Mistral anorak is one of my favourite anoraks that Helikon-Tex make, and this is the same material as that. So rather than being a polyester, this one is nylon. The main reason they've added this here, one, is to give a little bit more extra protection to the shoulders. The VersaStretch does have a little bit more of a hydrostatic quality as well. So if you do go out in the rain, this will help just to keep these shoulders a little bit more protected. And plus, mainly so when you're putting backpacks on, you're out walking, these are high abrasion areas, and it just makes sense. And I think, again, looking back at some of those, you know, time and tested quilted jackets, generally what you'll find with us is that they all had this protection on here. Some of them would also have them on the elbow pads as well, because they would be areas that you'd get kind of high wear on. I think that would have been a really nice feature. So there's nothing that I'd change about this, other than if they were to do an update, I think putting some of this on the elbows as well would have been a really nice touch. I don't think not having that on here takes anything away from the jacket though. It's certainly not a negative. It'd just be a little update that I would do. Some of you might not even think that's a good idea, but hey ho, such is life. But that's it. Is there anything that I forgot? Is there anything on the back that I forgot to check? There's that back panel. That you do have a hook on the inside so that you can hang this up. But all in all, as this is the first unofficial non-collaboration with Helikon-Tex, yeah, I'm really happy with this. I have a few quilted flannel shirts, and I'll definitely say this is the nicest out of all of them that I have. Who are the other ones that I have? There's one from, I'm trying to think. I'll tell you what, why don't I do some quilted flannel shirt content? I've done some in the past, but maybe this is time to update that content. So yes, really happy with this. I think you'll probably be seeing a lot more of me wearing this through the autumn and winter this year, and for years after that. Now, as I mentioned, I did pick this up from Helikon-Tex. I'll leave some links below so that you can see more from them. I do want to give a shout out, although I didn't get this from Military First. Here in the UK, I've worked with Military First a lot, especially with Helikon-Tex gear. They're the best place to get Helikon-Tex here in the UK with Helikon-Tex being in Europe, it costs about €20 just to have it posted here, where you don't have to have that issue with Military First. I don't think they have these yet, but keep checking them, because I'm sure at some point they will have them, and you'll be able to get them here a little bit cheaper and not have to worry about that postage. Of course, I'll leave some of my links below so that you can see more from me here on Moorlander EDC and my sister channel Moorlander Tactical. And whether you're watching this on YouTube or Rumble, as always, stay safe, stay Moorlander and stay EDC. You do my nutting. There's brambles everywhere. You're a cutie. A little fern there. Try not to. Oh, I'll tell you what. Let's move this so we don't tread on that fern. It's a little champion, love a fern. Anyway, where were we? But then it's cold enough that you don't want to just put an anorak on. You want to have something that's got some insulation. As far as the sizing is concerned, I know we said we'd touch on the what's this, but no, you freaking dick fuck chip. I'm on silent. Boopity boop. I am. Well done, Randy. Well done, Randy. You're learning, youth. You're learning. Where were we? And then you have these Prestons. Now, I've never really looked at Prestons to find out who makes Prestons. But original PRYM, are they the Prestons? So they can't be that. Fucking dick shit twazzicks. Let's start again. Stay EDC. Real deep towards the end there. Jeez, these flies, man, bugger off.